What's going on, fishy friends? Rich here, Rich's Fishes, and the 12 days of Fishmas continues. Stay tuned. Alright guys, so we are back. About to knock over a piece of rain gutter over here. So we're back in the fish room. I got all that big cleaning done the past couple of days. I got back down here, and like I said, I'm motivated to get the fish room back to what it was. Standing over here by the Planet 55. Let me see if I can't set up a tripod and make this a little easier. All right, that seems to be a little bit better. Make sure that's out of the way. Okay, so that's a little better. So over here by the Planet 55, which is, like I mentioned recently, one of the only tanks that I feel like is really doing well, and I'm tempted to say that it's doing so well because of all the plants in the tank. But I kind of blasted through my reintroduction with that first video recently. First video in a long time anyway. So let me say thank you to all the new subscribers. Welcome back all the old subscribers. Hopefully everybody sticks around who used to be here. Hopefully we find a few more faces. I feel like I needed to explain myself a little bit better though, and I also want to make sure that I don't come off acting as if I don't care that I've neglected the fish room so bad. I do care. I care greatly. I wouldn't have ever started keeping fish and getting to the point where I was at if I didn't care about this stuff. And that sort of leads me to what happened. I guess I got burned out. I guess I took on a little too much responsibility down here in the fish room, as well as too much responsibility in the rest of my life. I got a family to worry about. I'm raising 2 young girls. I got a career to worry about. And I got a lot of other things that should be a priority before the fish room and before my hobby. And keeping fish was a passion of mine for a really long time. And it's a hobby. That's all it is for me. And I added to that hobby with so many fish tanks and everything. And then I added even more to that hobby with YouTube. And making videos and keeping up with a schedule and trying to compete with other YouTubers. I started trying to take YouTube very seriously, and I think that was a mistake. I started caring too much about the analytics. I started caring too much about what other people was doing compared to what I was doing. I was caring too much about how my videos were performing and understanding why they were performing the way they did. Don't get me wrong, it's kind of interesting, but that's another hobby all unto itself. And suddenly it started to seem that fish keeping wasn't my hobby anymore, but all of a sudden YouTube was my hobby. And I never set out to make that a hobby. I enjoy watching some other people's videos sometimes, but I started to feel like I had to watch videos, that I had to be a part of everybody's videos and comment here and there and do this and that and find the live streams and find time to do a live stream and things like that. And frankly, it wasn't enjoyable anymore. And the one thing that was enjoyable for me, I didn't have time to do anymore, and that was come down and enjoy the fish room. So I didn't really make a conscious decision to disappear for a little while and stop making videos. I certainly didn't make a conscious decision to neglect the fish room and neglect my responsibilities and neglect my husbandry duties and things like that. But it happened, and I think it happened because of how burned out I got. And I think I got so burned out because of everything, I guess is the best way to say it. So going forward, I definitely want to continue making videos, but I'm going to tell you right now, I'm not going to have a set schedule. I'm not going to worry so much about it. I'm going to have the camera roll for a little while and put out some videos here and there when I can. And that'll be that, and hopefully I can find more time to really focus on the part of this hobby that I enjoyed. And that's the hobby itself, the fish tanks, the beauty of it, the nature of it. The work can be demanding. I did get burned out by that too, with so many tanks that I have down here, especially with certain species that are somewhat demanding. I was doing water changes daily on multiple tanks, and it just got to be too much. And unfortunately, when I went from doing water changes daily on certain tanks to then doing water changes maybe weekly, sometimes monthly here and there, and just completely ignoring certain tanks, that's what was the downfall. That was the demise here. And that's why certain tanks crashed. That's why I lost my whole tank of cherry shrimp. I lost my whole tank of endlers. I lost everything out of the 72 bow front except for that one red rainbow, which kind of sucks. I don't know. But my point is I gotta make sure I can focus on the hobby instead of YouTube. And sometimes that's gonna mean I'm gonna come down here and do water changes and not film. Whereas before I was so concerned about filming that water changes were going by the wayside and becoming a hassle. Sort of rambling here because I'm kind of thinking as I go. But I had been talking for a very long time how I wanted to renovate the fish room and make things a little more automated, make things a little bit easier for myself, and I definitely do still want to do that, and that's definitely going to help me going forward. The problem is I have so many other things going on in life that I can't find the time to get to this particular project of renovating the fish room. These guys are starving. They look like they're going to eat me in a second. They're probably just out of view over there too, aren't they? Where are they? They're all up at the top, at the surface for some reason, but I don't know why. Oh, my camera's not gonna stay back to where it was. So, I definitely do want to automate things going forward so that way I can make it easy enough to keep as many tanks as I had been keeping and add even more to that. But until I can find the time to do that, I'm going to kind of scale back a little bit. And I think that's going to be the next phase of this sort of return to the fish room and this return to YouTube, is going to be me consolidating a couple of tanks. I've got a lot of tanks that are practically empty right now, and rather than trying to rehab them and bring them back up to what they were, I'm going to consolidate a few things, move a few fish around. I'm going to try to get all my discus together in one tank. I'm probably going to put them over here, down in that corner, into the 72 bow front. And I'll probably have a pretty minimal escape in there of probably, I mean, not necessarily a black water tank, but I'm probably going to have nothing more than driftwood. Maybe I'll do a few potted plants and things like that. But I'm going to try to consolidate things and just make things easier. So that'll be the next, let me think, this is day 2 of Rich's Fishmas, 12 days of Rich's Fishmas. Yeah, that's a real easy title to pick, Rich. Way to go. So for the next 10 or so days and all the rest of these videos, I think you're going to continue to see me taking care of maintenance, consolidating some tanks, moving some fish around, and I guess that's about it. Hope everybody's enjoying their time back with me. Hope you're enjoying some time alone with your family at this oh so wonderful time of year, and I'll see you guys later.